So last session, we, so last session we discussed about hierarchy of SQL Server in a machine and how the process goes complete. I have explained you. Okay. Finally, we winded our session based on these 4 statements. Yeah. Right. Now, how do you check version? How do you find the other important information of your database? That all things we'll discuss first. After that, we'll proceed with rest of the things. Okay. And what do you call this one? Here. Microsoft releases a version for testing purpose called CTP, Community Technology Pre CTP, also called beta or testing version. Okay. And another important thing, these two things are different in SQL Server. These two things. What is called SQL Server version and what is called SQL Server release. These two are completely different. Okay. So let's see what exactly the meaning of this statement. Okay. Yeah. Yes. What 2 things will highlight? I said difference between release and what? Version. Now, first point, when you say release and when you say version. When I say release, you call SQL Server 2014. If I'm working on that, that is release. What is version? Version is 12.0.2000 RTM. What do you call this? Release to market. Yes. Release to market. And difference I'm talking about. The difference between what? Release and version. And especially in this, when you talk about 12 is called major version. Major version. 0 is called minor version. And 2000 is called patch, or you call build version. Build version or patch. Okay, and again, under SQL Server 2014, they introduced one more release named like this. SQL Server 2014 release 1. Okay, or you can even better call in this way. SQL Server 2014 SP1. Yeah. SP1. And what is SP1? That is called Service Pack 1. That is called Service Pack 1. This was introduced in 2014 and this was released in 2015. And what was the what do you call version? 12.0.4100. You understand? 12.0.100. That is called what? SP1. That was RPM, released to market. This is Service Pack 1. What does it mean? What does it mean? From the year when it got released till 2015, in that 1 year of gap, Microsoft has made what? 4,100 minus 2,000. 4,100 minus 2,000. It means around, you can call 2,100 changes Microsoft has done from the year when it got released till the latest of Service Pack 1. You understand? So what does it mean? 4,100 is what? Changes you can call. 4,100 changes. Okay? 4,100 minus 100 minus 2,000. Do you understand? It means almost how many? 2,100 changes Microsoft has done from its RPM to SP1. Okay, that is what we have. 1 point. Okay, and second thing, yeah, this is any version you talk about or any release you take, every release will have year on which it got introduced and version number will be there. Okay, now next part. Coming to, I already said you last session, I'm not going to talk about features, okay? What new features Microsoft introduced in every release. That we'll see based on topic wise. Okay, so all right. Now let's talk on few things that I demonstrate. Open the tool called Management Studio, SSMS. Connect to database engine. Now, open new query that opens query editor. Now you write select @version. Yes. This will return the SQL Server version on which you are working. Yes. SQL Server 2014, 12.0.2000. Or if you call select @server name, this returns server name of local server. Ahmed, that is my system name. Select @service name. This returns me instance name on which I'm working. Yeah, MS SQL Server. That is nothing but a default instance. I'm working on default instance. Yeah. Always remember, as far as SQL Server is concerned, whenever you write something with two symbols, you always read that as scalar variable. Scalar variable. Let me just write here. Scalar variable. Built-in scalar variable. Why scalar? Which stores or provides one value. Which provides one value. So is the reason it is called scalar variables. All @ are called scalar variable. And remember, I used the word built-in scalar variables. Built-in. We can also create our variables. We can also create our variables with double at that. At that time, they are called global variables, you call. Global variables. Built-in scalar variables, or you can call as global variables. Okay, clear now? Right. Now select at the rate. No. First I'll talk about at the rate app name. Select app name. This is called function, built-in function. This will return the application in which I'm working. Yes, you're working with SQL Server Management Studio. Now it will return me the credentials, the login through which I connected to server, the username through which I connected to server. So you can write select S user underscore name. This returns me the username to which I am connected now. Obviously, it is my name only. Ahmed is first system name. Ahmed is the username. S username returns you what now? Username to which you are connected. And one more. Select at the rate SPID, session process ID, or even you can call server process ID. It returns me a value called 57. Yes, please go ahead.
Just one question. So for the rest of the version, server name, service name, you used the double at the rate. Okay. For app name and yes username, you're not using the double at. So is it something that the way we have to use it, or is it?
No. Come again. Once again, you can ask me.
No, for others, for to check the version, to check this.
I used to at the rate symbols. Yes.
At the rates two times.
For this
app name and yes user, you're not using the.
Yes, because these two are different things in SQL Server. When I use at the rate, they are scalar variables. And when I use after a word, when I use parenthesis, then it comes under function. So there is a representation of function in computers, not only in SQL Server. Anytime, whenever we write function, we talk about a word being followed by parenthesis.
Okay.
So built-in functions, app name, S username. This SPID is also your scalar variable only, built-in scalar variable.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And one more. Even we have many are there. We have a very big list of built-in variables. Very big list. You have one more. Select at the rate error. This will capture error number. If you have any error before to the execution of this statement. Let me show you one example. Execute now. 0. Because we didn't get any error. You create. Wantedly you create error. SELECT at the rate version. You're wrong with the command. You're wrong with the command. Could not find stored procedure select. Something it says. Okay. But this error message is provided with message ID as 2812. 2812. That 2812 is captured in this variable. Now execute, you'll get 2812. 2812. That is also called scalar variable. If you have any error before to the execution of this error scalar variable, that error will be captured into that variable.
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah, again, listen. For example, now, first I'll execute normal, some command I'll execute. I'll execute this. This is valid statement, and you got management studio, right? It shows that application name in which you're working is management studio. Okay, that was valid. Now, last executed statement was perfect. So error will record 0. Because it was correct statement which you executed. Okay, now for example, I do mistake. Like select star from bank. I don't have this table called bank. I don't have. Just simply I wrote select star from bank. Now when you execute this query, it is error because invalid object name bank, because that bank table does not exist. And this bank table error message is 208. This is 208. 208 is a error, a message ID you can call. Message ID for this error message. For this error message, this is message ID. So now this last executed query was containing error. That error number is captured in this variable. Now execute, you'll get 208. 208. Comfortable?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to ask? Go ahead. Okay, right. So at the rate error is also one, this one, what do you call, a scalar variable that captures error number. Okay, chalo, right. These all are one point. Now I'll talk about second thing. What is it? Select. We have one more function called server property. And I'll write addition. So addition of SQL Server in which I'm working. I'm working with Enterprise Edition. Yes. I'm working with the Enterprise Edition. Again, I call select product version. Sorry. Server property. In brackets, you write product version. Execute this, returns you the version in which you are working. The version in which you are working, product version. Select server property and you write here machine name. Yes, execute, returns you with the system name in which I'm working. So my system name is Ahmed. Select again, select server property and brackets may we write server name. Execute. Yes, same. Machine name, server name. Both are same for me. Both are same. How would you justify this in other way? Simple. Go to command prompt. Write host name, Ahmed. That is my system name. That is my system name. The same thing, machine name, server name returns you. The same thing. Same thing they return you. Okay. Now next part I'll show you. Right? Now I call select server property and I'll write what? Instance name. Okay, chalo, execute this. Nalla. Okay. This is what we have a rule on this instance name. Rule. And the rule is so what you can say, yeah, instance name, na? Point is for default instance, instance name will be what do you call null. Okay, so 1 second, let it be. I'll show you another way. 1 second. Connect one more time, please. Connect. Now change to named instance. This is my named instance, server 1. Okay, chalo, connect. Open new query, one more query. Take this all things as it is. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll take all this, I'll dump here. We focus only on this point, please. Only on this point. Select, execute, server 1. Server 1. What does it mean? For default instance, you'll get null. For named instance, you'll get name of the instance. For
But
default
we
instance.
got the result as a server 1. Is it the instance name? Server
Yeah,
1?
instance. That is what I got, server 1. No? That is what I gave the name for my machine. It returns name of the name. It returns name of the named instance. Name of the named instance as server 1. Yes, server 1.
Can you show me that your instance name left side?
Now here you can check service name. Service name. Server 1.
No, this is fine. These are all.
Here you want to check? Yeah, here. Server 1.
Okay.
Here only Ahmed.
Okay, okay.
Only Ahmed. That is only system name is there. That is for default instance. When you have system name and server 1, means the named one, then it is named instance.
Okay, got it, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and one more thing. Obviously, mine is a standalone machine. So I'm not working in a clustering environment. That also you can confirm. Server property is clustered. Is clustered. Obviously, no. It's not clustered environment. 0. If it would have been, answer would have been 1 there. Is clustered. Comfortable? Did you all get me what I said?
Yes.
Okay. For default instance, I executed them. And for named instance also, I executed them. Maximum things could be same. Only instance name may you could figure out a difference. Remaining all will be same. But another point, why do you remember all this? But obviously, you know, once you are into job, the story is different. But before to the job, you require to have a knowledge on all these things. So my intention of saying this is, you can get this information even through dashboard. Dashboard. How do you do that? Object Explorer. Right click on the server. Then you call reports. Here, standard report server dashboard. Yes. You get everything here. See? Here, product version 12.0.2008, server instance name Ahmed, edition, enterprise edition, right? Is clustered? No. Is full text installed? Yes. Is integrated security only? No. Number of processes used by instance 8. Active sessions 1, active transactions 12, active databases 10, total information of SQL Server.
Okay.
What do you call this? Dashboard report, dashboard. Yeah. Now, generate dashboard report for named instance. Right click, report server dashboard. Yes. Ahmed / server 1. Okay, clear? And one more point also I'll highlight here as compulsory this you should know. That is, always remember, you have two things here. Upgradation and what do you call? Restoring and what do you call? Features, right? Of SQL Server. But instead of saying features, I better call old features of SQL Server, right? Can be possible only with the last 2 versions. Most important point, please. Most important point. Last two versions I'm saying. Right? I'll give you an example. Assume, say you have installed SQL Server 2008. Okay? 2008. Right? And you decided now, you want to upgrade this. Upgrade it to what? SQL Server 2016. 2008 is there with you. You want to upgrade to 2016. From 2008 to 2016. Simple conclusion. Not possible. Simple. Not possible. Why? Because from 2008 to 2016, it becomes 3 versions. 2016 become third version. I said only 2 versions upgradation, only even restoring process for 2 versions, old features activating also with only 2 versions. Because after 2008, you have 2012, 2014. So then 2016 become third version. You cannot upgrade. No, not possible. Then you do like this. Better. Install SQL Server 2008. Upgrade to SQL Server 2012. Then upgrade it to SQL Server 2016. Valid. Possible. Because first you upgraded 8 to 12, then 12 to 16. Or you upgrade 8 to 14, you upgrade, then 14 to 16 you upgrade. Your wish. That is to your choice. But third version cannot be included.
So straight away we cannot do 3 stages.
Yeah. No, they gave us facility of only 2 things.
Yeah.
So
after upgrade to 2 levels, then again we can upgrade to next level.
Yeah, next to 2 versions you can upgrade. Yes, that possibility we have. But direct upgrading to a latest one, not allowed.
Okay, super.
And even when you're going back, for example, for me installed SQL Server 2014. Right? Now I want to go back. To SQL Server 2005. Not possible. You cannot go. 2014, before to 2014, 2012 was there. Before to 2012, 2008 was there. Before to 2008, 2005 was there. You cannot go to 2005 directly. So now indirectly you can say like SQL Server 2005 features completely may not work for us in 2014. At least here in upgradation, you have a choice. 2008, you upgrade to 2012, then you can upgrade to 2016. But here, see, 2014 cannot go. Never it goes to 2005. If you want 2005 to work for you, then you change your version. 2014, you better upgrade to 2012. I mean, you just go back now. Installation also. 2012 you install. In 2005, it will work for you.
So Akmal, if I want to downgrade from 2014 to 2012, then after upgrade to downgrade to 2012, then we can go to 2005, right?
2005, yes, possible. Then you can go. Yes.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. So that you can be very clear on that part. In 2005, there used to be one type of join by a name called outer joins. This was there. This was valid in 2005. And from 2008, this feature they disabled. Microsoft has removed this. Till 2005, we had a support of this outer joins. One topic is there in joins in SQL Server. So this was there in 2005. 2008 onward, they removed. And they said like, whoever goes with 2008, 2012, if you want to utilize 2005 related outer joins, you have to downgrade your, or you have to make your SQL Server 2008, 2000, that version, enable with the features of 2005. So at that time, what we used to do, if I have installed SQL Server 2012, so I used to go back to 2005. From 2012 to 2005 means indirectly I used to enable 2005 features in 2012. Then I used to have outer join support. But now the story, you see, I have installed SQL Server 2014. So now I cannot go back to 2005. Means for me, outer joins never work now, because I don't have a chance of going back to 2005. I can only go to 2008 or I can go to 2012, but I can't go to 2005. No, not possible. So for me, outer joins is completely ruled out. I can't think about that point. For that reason only, they gave us this stored procedure in SQL Server. This is the stored procedure we used to have. We used to, use by name like this: execute sp_dbc mpt level. This stored procedure we used to use, called database compatibility level. And you know this. What is the version of 2014? 12. Okay. 2014 is 12. 2012 was 11. 2008 was SQL Server 2014. Version is 12. Older point I'll write. SQL Server 2012 version was 11. SQL Server 2008 version was 10. And SQL Server 2005 version was 9. Okay. And now this is compatibility level. This is, you can call, release name. And this is version number. And this version number, what Microsoft has done is, this is actually, you read like this: 9, 9.0, 10.0, 11.0, 12.0. And what Microsoft says now, Microsoft says, when you want to make this compatibility value, point you remove, and write like this: 90, 100, 110, 120. But I am at level 120. I want to go back to 19, which is not possible. Shall we try this here so that you get idea on this? Some database, I'll write some database, MS demo DB, comma, compatibility level, I'll give 90. Execute and you read. It says something. Read the message, you see. Valid values are 100, 110, 120. Because I am at 120, I can go up to 100. 120, 110, 100. I cannot go to 90. That becomes third version. Third version compatibility will not be there. You understood that number, what I said there? 9.0 actually it is. Point they remove and they call 90. 10.0. Point they remove, they call 100. 11.0, 110, 120. 2016, 130. 2017, 140. I saw. Based on that release, the version number is identified. See, very clear message you have come. Valid values of the database compatibility level are 100, 110, 120. That's it. 123 you are using already. How many you can go back to? 110, 100. What you cannot do? Obviously, you cannot go to that other number. Version number for compatibility. Yeah. Go ahead, please. Anything that which is confusing you, then and there you can interrupt me and get your clarifications, okay? Indrani, are you following me? Indrani. Am I audible to you?
Yes, I'm following.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Right. Yeah. Uday, go ahead.
Yes, Shareef. I just want to confirm with you. I'm following you.
Yes, chalo, right. Now let's go with the next part. Achha, and one more point is that this is also actually a technical query. This is also like, interview where they focus actually. Only to check whether you are aware of this fact or not. What they do, they ask like this. They say upgradation part only. It's related to upgradation only. But the question is asked like this. They said that you are installed with the SQL Server 2008 release 1. Okay. And SQL Server 2008, we have released 2 also. 2 releases we have. Release 1, release 2. And now they will ask you if you have SQL Server 2000, for example. Assume that you are installed with the SQL Server 2000 in your machine. Can you upgrade to SQL Server 2012, provided they are highlighting this with a point that between 2000 and 2012, you have 2008, 2 releases, release 1, release 2. Then the question that simple analysis is 2008 R1, 2000 R2. Does Microsoft considers them as 2 different versions? No. They don't consider. R1 is release 1. R2 is release 2. Release 1, release 2. Release 1, release 2. Okay?
No, what do you mean by release 1, release 2? Is it something
release 1, release 2 in the sense? Yeah, I'll give you the number. See here. When Microsoft releases the software for the first time, the version number is identified like this. I'll give you one idea. For example, here, they call SQL Server 2008, and SQL Server 2008 is identified by one number. What is it? For example, it is called like this: 10.0.1600 RTM. That is released to market. After that, what they will do? They make changes in the software. When they find that bulk changes are made, then Microsoft releases SQL Server advanced version, naming like this 10.50 point something called as 1600 RTM. Here, 0.50 means second release of 2008. Means both are related with 2008 only, but this got introduced in 2008. This is introduced somewhere in 2009. Changes what Microsoft has done.
Okay. So my understanding is they might have done some enhancement.
Yes, exactly.
Same version. Right. So they want to do some update in the same version. They want to release as a second release.
Obviously. Why so? Obviously, see, this may be a situation like, this may be a situation. I purchased the software. I invest in it, right? And after investment, obviously, I get a license to use the software. But imagine like my purpose of using SQL Server, I purchased the software and I'm using it for, say, for example, Java. I'm using it for Java. And if it doesn't meet with my requirement, then why will I invest in that? Why did I purchase it? So obviously, I'll talk to Microsoft. I'll inform them. Customer care of Microsoft, I'll inform that I'm using this SQL Server 2008. I purchased on so and so date. I'm trying to use it for my Java application, but it's not supporting for me. Then definitely say Microsoft will listen to that. Microsoft will give you a token. Based on that token, you have to wait till they find solution. They also test that particular process. They take all the details from us, like what you tried, what is the process you followed for installation, with which editor you are writing Java program, and which SQL server you installed, which by what technique you are trying to get. Everything they'll ask. I'll explain them. After that, Microsoft will consider that to be a serious issue, and they'll issue me a token asking me to wait till they find solution. And once they find solution, that solution is an enhancement. They find, yes, Shareef, whatever you tried, yes, we found definitely, even in our R&D department, we tested it. The issue was there in it. We found it to be a bug in the software. We are rectifying. We'll get back to you. Once they rectify, they'll send me a link of that upgraded version, and they'll say me, install, download this software, install, your problem will be resolved. That is what is enhancement. Comfortable with that? Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
But back to your question, interview question,
Yeah.
what did you say?
SQL Server 2000 to 2012. In between, they question us like, assume that you got 2008 R1 also, 2008 R2 also, 2008. Two releases we have. They ask you, can your SQL Server 2000 be upgraded to 2012? Blindly, 100%. Yes, we can upgrade, because Microsoft doesn't mean release 1, release 2 as two different software. They say 2008, bus. Release 1, release 2, that doesn't matter for us.
But how is possible from direct? You said only 2 steps we can upgrade, then
Yes.
again we can do the upgradation. From
Correct.
2000 to 2012, it's not possible, right?
SQL Server 2000 to 2012 possible. Why? Because 2008 is being treated as one version only. Release 1, release 2, both are being treated as one version only.
No. Actually, my question is back to your concept. Like, see, we can do the upgradation only the next two level of version.
Yes,
So if it is 2000, then I can, the next version is 2005, I believe, and then
2005.
2008. Yeah, 2005 and 2008. So we can upgrade only.
Yeah. Understood. This is 2005 then. Yeah. You're right. Correct. You're right.
Okay.
I was just looking over. I just overlooked into that version. Okay. 2005. If it is 2005, can it be upgraded to 2012, considering 2008 R1 and 2008 R2? Then your answer should be yes, it is possible. Reason is what? 2008 R1, 2000 R2 is considered to be one version.
Yeah, nevertheless. See, for my understanding is the version, next version.
Yes,
2008 is available.
Correct. Okay. Yes. SQL Server 2008, 8 R1, 2008 R2, both are considered to be like one version only. That is the reason 2005 to 2012. Can we upgrade? Yes, we can. Okay, clear?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right. Next. Coming to editions of SQL Server. 1. Enterprise Edition. This is one edition. Second, that is called Enterprise Edition is one. Second, we call Evaluation Edition. Right? Enterprise Edition, obviously we use for large scale applications. And it provides all features of SQL Server, supports all features. of SQL Server. Best for both environments. Best for cluster and non-cluster, both environments. You understand? And database size. Database size. Better I write like this. Max database size can be of 524 petabyte. And we have 16 nodes support. 16 nodes support in cluster environment. Obviously, it depends which version here. If you are talking about SQL Server 2014, then there is no, this is wrong, 16. The better you call no limit. No limit for nodes in cluster environment. Till 2000, yeah. Node is your system, your machine, server. Each server is one node. 16 servers you can have. Production. You understand? Node is server. 16 nodes we used to have in older version. And from then, there is no limit. Now in all advanced version, there is no limit.
So now there is no limit for count of computers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, now we don't have. Previously, we used to have that 16 nodes max they used to support. But from now we are going with 2014. Now we don't have that process. From 2012, that process they removed. That limit they removed. Till 2008, that was there. From 2012, now they said like you can have n number of servers. No limit. And how many will have? Maximum of 50 instances in non-cluster environment. Non-cluster environment. And another interesting thing about Evaluation Edition, it is similar to Enterprise Edition, but will expire after 180 days. Free to download, free to install. But the problem is it will expand, it will expire after what? 180 days. After 180 days, it will expire. And once it expires, Evaluation Edition, once it expires, there is no chance for us to even upgrade it. The only thing that is left at that point is you have to go with uninstallation of the product. You have to uninstall and reinstall again. Free edition it is. Installation, I'll talk on that. Nothing to worry on. Standard edition.
Shareef.
Yes, please.
Okay. For Enterprise Edition, you said maximum 50 instances are in the non-cluster environment. For non-cluster environment, it's a level up to 50. What about cluster environment?
Yeah, cluster environment they actually focus on how many servers you are installing.
Okay.
You understand? Because that is something like you work on what you call Windows Server operating system. So since you are installing on Windows Server operating system, so based on that, some limit is provided for that. So once on each server, not 50 times on each server, once on each server. Then you can have 50 servers on that, 50 times you install. You understand?
No, the server means you mean to say that
separate physical machine.
Okay.
Here, non-cluster environment, I'm talking about a standalone system. My laptop, my personal laptop, which doesn't have any network environment.
Correct. Well, I'm talking about cluster environment. Even cluster environment also we have a system, right? So you mean to say one system can have a 50 instance. So likewise, we can have multiple systems. Within multiple system, we can have each 50 instance.
Yes, correct. Same thing.
So down the line, it's same.
Same.
One system can have 50
instance.
instance.
Yes, same. Limit is same. But One on each server, you say. Only the difference.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right? Clear, no? Right. And one more thing, same point only. Number of instances, whether in a clustering or in a cluster environment or a non-cluster environment, the story to 50 instances fixed only. You understand? But you have to focus on even on a point, that you have to look into your hardware resources. You just in one node, already node is doing a lot of things for us. Node. It is going to have your server information, huge databases of some terabyte capacity. And we have hundreds of users working on that. And in that aspect, you're trying to manage multiple instances in one node, then that may pressure. You understand? So actually, especially in a clustering environment, I'm saying, when you're installing, if you're planning to install multiple instances in one node, you have to even focus other resources as well. Like you have to look into your CPU, you have to look into your memory, you have to look, to say RAM, you have to look into disk space, you have to look into network process, network configuration, what you are using. These all things should be considered. No, you just keep on installing, then other situations, other issues will arise about your performance then. You understand what I'm saying, right? And for standard edition, this will be suitable. I'll copy paste the same. I'll just change the terms. This is medium scale applications. Best suited for non-cluster. Database size limit the same. And here, supports two nodes, clean cluster environment, 50 instances, same story. Same. Standard edition, please, doesn't matter which version you are using. Standard edition of any version gives you a support of only installing how many? 2 nodes. For enterprise edition, no limit as it. For other editions, there is a restriction even today. Work group edition. This is for small scale applications. We have one more called web edition. One more we have, web edition. And this has a limit now. Supports max of 64 GB of memory. And it provides secure, cost-effective, and scalable what do you call scalable platform for public websites and applications. Then we have developer edition. This is one more edition. Scalable, which means, yeah, scalable. When you talk, it's about extension, compatibility. For public websites and applications, because I'm talking about web edition. We want to make that for web edition work for SQL Server in a net, in an internet environment. You understand? How much work it can handle, how much what do you call, how much load it can take, how many users are working on it. These all things are considered when you talk about scalable platform. Okay, increase, you can say. It's simple to assume, simple to analyze. It is designed in such a way that it can grow. It can grow based on the demand, what is there on that website or web application. Okay, now you can call it for building, testing, and demonstrating all SQL Server functionality. Yes, for testing purpose, for demonstration purpose, you think about these all. And we have one more called Express Edition, which is free edition for small web and server-based applications. Database size is limited, server size, I mean, when it comes to memory, only on limited memory support we have, limited database size we have. Okay. And comparing to that, my last class, here I have come across with the word instance, right? Instance. If you have been asked, like, just I recollected a point because I was talking about that process. So for that reason, a definition that you could find in this way, like, instance can be defined as what? Separate copy of same software. Best. That is how to define instance. Okay. And what are the folders that are installed? What are the folders that are installed? You know something? I have presented you with the text content actually, so that you can have easy comparison. I even have picture representation of it that I'll share with you. You can go through that. That will give you a detailed explanation. What are the folders it creates? Folders. When database server is installed, what folder it creates? For reporting server, what server? Let me mention here for your reference. Folders that are created for various servers. Right. And how it will be like this. MS SQL. If you find this folder, right? After that, you'll have your version number, Since I'm working with 2014. Okay, I'll talk about SQL Server 2014. Yeah, in that MS SQL 12 dot instance name. This is for DB server software. And if you have a folder, MSRS 12 dot instance name. Then this is a folder for reporting server software. Then MSAS 12.instance name. This is analysis server software. These are the folders you're expecting. These are the folders. The moment you find MS SQL, blind assumption, oh, that is containing database server software. RS, reporting server software. AS, analysis server software. Comfortable? Yes. Right? But how to know how many instances are installed? How to know? Number of instances. To know number of instances present in a machine. How to know? Yeah, one approach I'll show you. One approach. Open Regedit. Okay? Regedit. That is you read as registry editor. Yes, open. And after that, you follow this hierarchy. You follow this hierarchy. HKey local machine first. Then in that you go with software here. HKey local machine, software. Yes. In that software, you go with Microsoft. Microsoft. Yes. Under Microsoft, go with Microsoft SQL Server. Yes, here. Here. Microsoft SQL Server. In that you have instance names. SQL, you got two instances. Means in my machine, twice I have installed, twice. Default instance, named instance. 2 times I have installed. Yeah, this is through registry editor. Method 1, I better call. Method 1. Start. Run. Regedit. Click. Yes. Yeah. Now you follow. HKey underscore local machine. In that software. In that Microsoft, M capital. Microsoft. In that Microsoft SQL Server. And oh, instance names. In that SQL. And you find under SQL what names of the instances. Yes. Whatever instances that are installed. Method 2. Method 2. Yeah. This is through scripting now. Scripting. How do you write? Yeah, close this. Close. Another way I'm showing. Another way. What you can do? Open SQL Server. You have to write like this now. Execute XP extended stored procedure underscore instance underscore registry editor number values. This is your extended stored procedure at the rate root key equals to h key underscore local underscore machine. Then at the rate key equal to, you have to write these steps now. Software, Microsoft. These things you have to write now. How? You have to write in single quotes. Software slash 2 slashes. Microsoft. Microsoft. First Microsoft. 2 slashes. Microsoft SQL Server. 2 slashes. Instance names. 2 slashes. SQL But execute this and you can find names of the instances provided. Oh, what happened? The system cannot find the file. Oh, Microsoft T is missing here. T is missing. Microsoft. Okay. Now execute. What happened next? The system cannot find the file specified. Software, Microsoft SQL Server, instance names, SQL. Select. Yes, two instances. Instance names, that space should be there. Here, can you see them? Yes. MS SQL Server, folder name this is. This is folder here. MS SQL 12. MS SQL is a folder which is containing database server software. Server 1 also containing MS SQL 12 folder which is containing server database server software in named instance. Copy this. Method 1 using registry editor, and this is second technique using extended stored procedure. I gave both techniques to which you feel comfortable. Go for it. Okay, comfortable?
So is it the same way we have to execute the store procedure one by one, or within one line we can execute all this line?
It's your wish. Any way you write, it understands. Those are parameters. Whether you write in different or same line, doesn't matter.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that
it works. Same line may you write also no problem. Different line may. That I wrote in different only to make you understand. That's it. Otherwise, same line also you write, it will work.
Okay.
Yeah. What are the advantages? Why do you want to install multiple instances? You can write like this. Advantages of multiple instances in a machine. Why you want to install? One, you can say, you can install different versions of SQL Server in a machine. Second reason, to reduce cost. Third, to maintain production, development, testing environments separately. Four, allows to test new versions without upgrading the existing instance. And what else we have? Allows to test. Another point, allows to maintain the logins with different permissions in different instances. Okay, comfortable? Right. So, yeah, tomorrow one session for theory, but that's it. We are into practicals. Only one more session tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, where I'll explain you something related with the, what do you call, what is the, directory structure of SQL Server. And then I'll explain you about, what do you call, services of SQL Server. But after that, we'll directly jump to installation of SQL Server. So just wait. Tomorrow, one day, we'll have a theory. That concludes all the basics that are needed for our practical sessions. Then I'll come up with installation. And I'll cover all types of installations, all type. What is called attended installation and what is called unattended installation and what is called silent installation. All types we'll see, all types.
Okay, Shareef.
Chalo, right.
Yeah.
Right. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye. Indrani, was it clear for you? You have any questions to ask me? Indrani. Okay. Okay, Anthony. You can leave. Yeah, Indrani. Am I audible to you? Okay, right. Chalo, right. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye, sir.
Right. Bye.